by this cigarette box. Like, these are like some weird, specific, like European cigarettes. Like, this isn't.
That sounds like some fucking art school shit to do.
That is the truest fact, but also, like, he's not getting those at a bodega. Like, I don't know where he's finding these.
Maybe he knows, like, people who go to Europe and bring back tobacco for him, and he rolls his own cigarettes. Honestly, my fucking brother, I hope my mom knows this. When my brother went to school in Paris, he was like, the cigarettes are so much better here. He, like, had this specific tobacco, and then when I went back a couple years ago and I asked him what he wanted for Christmas, and he just wanted the tobacco from Paris because he's
I get
pretentious.
I get it. Shouts out to your brother. I mean, when I think it was only my freshman year, but when I was in college, to save money, I would illegally order like $20 cartons of cigarettes from like India on the internet.
Oh my god.
And they were always like weird shaped and in weird boxes and
So
like
maybe
made
he
with
does
brown
that.
paper. So maybe he does that. They were so weird because I needed them to be menthol because I was 18, and they were like skinny and brown. Like, they almost looked like very like perfectly made blunts, but
Yeah.
super skinny and brown, and they came in this like flat green pack. It was so weird. They were from India. I couldn't remember the brand.
Was it one of the ones that like opened up and they were like in a sleeve?
No, they were still a box, but
But
they
it was
were,
just like a
and they still opened
flat,
at the top.
Skinny one?
Yeah, because they were almost like Capri boxes or like Virginia Slims, because it was like that kind of cigarette, but
Gotcha.
like inexplicably brown. I don't know. They were bad, but they were $20 for a carton. It was definitely like, it definitely gave my computer a virus ordering from that site. Like, it was super sketchy.
Between that and the LimeWire.
Between that and the LimeWire and the Mega Video.
Oh my god, I forgot about Mega Video.
That's how I watched everything.
That's how I watched everything too. And throughout college, and then whenever like Mega Video became like super scrubbed off the internet and illegal, you just found other places. But that is exclusively how I watched like all TV and movies in college.
Yep. Until I got Netflix, and I bought Netflix my junior year of college.
I bought it the summer after my junior year because I bought it when I was in London because I had to buy a British version, but it still works in America because I was like, I don't want to like pay for this like VPN or whatever the fuck. It was always slower when you tried to like run an American site through a thing, so I just bought it.
Yeah.
And I still have my British Netflix, and everything on my Netflix is spelled like in the British way.
That's so funny. Yeah, my sophomore year of college, we had cable in our dorms, but I had this TV, this teeny tiny TV that I literally found on the street, and it wouldn't accept all the channels, so I only got like a few things plus BBC America. So if
That's
there was
a pretty solid one to get, though.
it was not bad. It's how I got into Doctor Who. So if I couldn't watch anything that was on those channels, I would watch everything Mega Video or like other like streaming sites.
Yeah, this was before Hulu streamed. This was before Amazon Prime.
Hulu and Amazon Prime, I don't think existed yet.
I don't think they did. I don't think they did. I can't
Not-
remember when those started.
Not in 2010.
Pretty recently.
Because mine was
I'm even
2010.
thinking like 2013. I don't know if they existed yet. Or if they did, it was like very new. Anyway.
Netflix was still disc only when I went to college.
Was it? Oh, yeah. I think my freshman year, or at least I think it was in 2010 when it started doing instant. And that's when it was called Netflix Instant. And that's what everyone called it because it was new and they did not have a lot of stuff on there yet. And yeah, I think my mom like just got rid of her mail-in disc thing like a year ago because she still did it like way later than anybody else probably.
My mom, I think, still has one somewhere in the house.
I don't even know if Netflix does that anymore, though.
I don't think they do.
I don't think they do. I can't remember.
You guys, I'm only on the first page notes.
I know, me too.
We haven't seen each other in a while.
Tristan hates his role, and he's talking to Miles and Maya about it, and they're like gross and coupley now.
Ugh.
And he feels discriminated against, which is very fair. But then he's also like, I don't want to be the fool for life. Like my teacher doesn't think I'm leading man material. And then, I don't know, Maya's like, well, you should, like, show him that you are, or something. I don't know. And then he calls her my Matt, which I was not a fan of.
Nope.
And I don't know.
Yeah.
They're with Drew, and they're talking about this carnival. And did he say that all-time low was going to be at this carnival?
Not that I heard.
Okay, I heard. Maybe he just said something about something being at an all-time low, but
Maybe.
I think I misheard, and I was like, wait, is all-time low going to be at this carnival? Did they go on Degrassi? That seems, actually, at this point in their careers, it seems very, valid and believable.
That is a fair point.
But
I mean, they did get Taking Back Sunday, who was arguably the bigger band.
Yeah. And they got them at, their height of popularity, probably.
They got them at Make Damn Sure.
Yeah. That's, that's the height of their, mainstream popularity, I think.
Yeah.
And then, but I don't know, they're talking about something, but then there's a protest led by Winston and Imogen, and Mr. Simpson is like, what the fuck is going on? You need to solve this. And he's, super over Drew.
True. Facts. Also, they're doing Occupy Degrassi is what they're chanting because this was the peak of Occupy, which was embarrassing to watch, frankly. Occupy Degrassi, no thanks. But also their arguments are super valid.
Yeah.
I'm like, that he can't
They're
censor them.
We have freedom of speech, you stupid. And I'm also just like, presidents don't have this much power.
Also, I love that Snake walks in and just throws his hands in the air and goes, so this is happening. Oh, yeah.
I wrote that down, too. But then, fucking fake Greensleeves comes back to lead us into the next scene.
Which is, I missed fake Greensleeves.
And Tristan is doing a dramatic reading of Bottom. And the teacher is like, this is not what I asked for. And I was like, oh, so this is going to be a whole thing about how Tristan needs to learn how to take direction, and that's going to be the lesson? Sure, okay, whatever. And then, is this when Zoe is like, you should, no, I think this is later. But then, Bianca calls Drew and is talking about Margaret Thatcher, and I'm like, I don't know if this is applicable to his situation, but nope. Okay. And I'm like, that's going to get taken in the wrong fucking way. But then he's like, oh, I just listened to the compromise part, and it ends up being okay. But then we're with Claire and Allie, and Claire's like, he cheated. Wait, did we find out that he cheated?
No, she's just freaking out about the cigarettes. That's it.
Oh, right. She's freaking out about the cigarettes and whatever. And then Allie says, you're so obsessed with being perfect, you're too scared of being honest. And then Claire's like, Allie, you should write a relationship advice book. And I'm like, no, she should fucking not.
Oh, she gives good advice when it's not about her. See, here's the thing. And I feel like the reason that everyone can give advice but can't take advice is that when your own emotions and shit are all wrapped up in everything, your brain is like, hey, maybe listen to the advice that your friend gave you. Or maybe listen to the advice that you would give another person, but your heart's like, nah, dog.
Yeah.
Let's see how this goes.
Yeah. I still don't know if I would. Allie's advice is good in moderation, but sometimes she does not give good advice either.
That's true.
Because she's sometimes like, what would I do in this situation? And you're like, no, don't do that.
Oh, Allie. She's just so sweet that it's like, girl, your judgment.
And she's like, yeah, cheaters, losers, and pervs. How to get a guy the bad Dari way, or something like that.
Who cheated on her? Drew?
Drew. Yeah, with Bianca in the boiler room.
Oh, right.
Yeah. And then... who's the perv? I guess, would Johnny DeMarco be the perv because he sent her photo everywhere?
I guess so.
He could also be a loser.
Oh,
but also Dave.
Oh, Dave.
Would he be a perv? I don't know. I think they're all kind of
He's also a cheater.
He's also a cheater. He's a cheater, loser, and a perv.
That is true.
Actually, they're probably all cheaters, losers, and pervs. I don't know if Johnny DeMarco cheated, though.
I don't think he did.
I don't think he did.
How is Johnny DeMarco the best out of all of them?
It's just because he isn't one of the three things.
He's only 2 out of 3.
Oh boy. And then
I was gonna say Drew's not a loser, but remember when he worked at a kiosk?
and thought it was cool.
Yep. He was like, "This is it. This is where I plant my flag."
Oh, God. And then we're Drew trying to compromise, but he's still, limiting their freedom of speech. And they're like, what the fuck, dude?
And Winston makes it super personal. Like, he does not know Drew, and he's like, you're like everyone else who picks on me. And Drew's like, wait, huh?
Yeah, but then he, like, screams at Drew, and then Drew pushes him down, which is like, dude, you can't just push him, like, in front of a crowd of people. You can't push him, but also not in front of a crowd of people. This is not how you solve your problems. Why are you president? And then Tristan is in the hallway eating a donut with his eyes. And Zoe,
which is deeply depressing.
and Zoe is giving him advice about, hey, you need to know how to take direction if you want to be an actor.
Also, all right, so Tristan, over the course of this episode, has two, like, really solid burns to Zoe. In the beginning, he says sigh out loud, which I love when people do that. He goes, sigh, predictable, Maya's right, you're a bully. Which, like, I just like Zoe getting called out for being mean. Yeah. Like, not even just, like, insulting her. Just being like, you are mean and you should know. And he does the same thing in this scene where he goes, where is it? Shit. Is that how you give advice? By insulting people first?
Yeah. And she's like, fine, don't take it. Fail drama, whatever, blah. And then she's like, you know what, you need to do the assignment because you need to take direction. Which is also true.
Yeah, good advice.
And then I don't know, Dallas tries to cheer up Drew. That's all I wrote for this next scene, and because nothing really happened.
Yeah, Drew's just panicking and insecure, and he's like, Bianca, she's not going to know that I'm better, and that I changed, and I haven't changed, I'm a loser. That's it.
I don't know. And then Claire and Eli are finally talking, but they're not talking about the same thing. Because Claire's like, I know. He's like, so we're going to pretend that it wasn't weird last night. And she's like, oh, I know it was weird, la la la. And then she's like, so when did it start or something? Because she's thinking about the cigarettes. And he's like, it only happened one time, blah. And then I'm like, okay, well, he definitely cheated on her. And then we finally find, and then he's like, wait, what are you? And she's like, I found the cigarettes. And he's like, wait, those aren't mine. Those are Lenore's, who I kissed. This is a thing that happened that I feel like we all kind of saw coming.
Yeah. I mean, we called it out right away because duh. And also, just reiterating, I made the point about Lenore being Poe's late wife. So this is like annoyingly on brand. Also, Lenore, just by the fact that she left an entire pack of cigarettes with Eli, means that, first of all, Eli definitely smokes sometimes. And second of all, she's definitely like an art school, like around other people, social smoker, because no person who is addicted to cigarettes, as a person who's been addicted to cigarettes for 15 years, holy shit.
Really?
15.
Since you were 12?
13. Okay, so 14 and a half years.
Okay.
14 and a half years. As a person who's been addicted to cigarettes for 14 plus years, can confirm would never just leave a pack of cigarettes with someone. Yesterday, I gave my last 3 cigarettes in a pack to a homeless person, and I was like, I'm a saint! Like, and I had a carton at home. So, like, but I was like, 3's a lot. Here you go. Like, she would not leave them there.
Yeah. But then we're back in drama class, and Tristan is going all out and doing the performance the way his teacher wanted him to. And he probably gets an A. I don't know. And then Zoe approaches him and is like, I want to start a comedy troupe. You should be in it. And he's like, but Maya will be mad at me if I join this. And she's like, well, it'll be our little secret. And I'm like, it's a fucking performance group. You can't keep that a secret. You literally perform in front of audiences, but okay.
Also, the idea of Zoe starting a comedy troupe is very funny to me. I don't know.
She doesn't seem like an improv type of person, but whatever. But then Drew is doing another interview with Degrassi TV, and he announces, or he wants to do another interview, and he's like, all right, you're right. Like, I took a poll, and the Degrassi students don't fucking need anything, because I guess they answered it weirdly.
Yeah, I really want to know what the answer was. I think it was something obscene, because they were like, whoa, can't do that.
Probably. And then he's like, so we're not going to do the carnival, and we're instead going to host a Thanksgiving dinner for, like, the less fortunate. And
they keep calling it a needy family feast, which I do not enjoy.
Yeah. And then he, like, reinstates Imogen and Winston, and they're back on Degrassi TV, and they interview him, and it's fine. And then part 2 starts with a big blow-up turkey in front of the school, and Audra shows up and she's very